right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We the brothers from Great Millstone, Atlanta. We want to start off first and foremost by giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well, and peace and safety to them, and out there push His word in truth and sincerity. And we just doing a quick in transit about the things that are the prophecies that are kicking off, right here in Babylon the Great throughout the earth.
Speak up, Pop.
All right, so we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna start with 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. We're gonna start at the top, and it says, "He answered me and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before." Because the Most High, He told us these things that were going to happen before they was going to happen. And He gave us these signs that are happening in the world to let us know, hey, that we're near the end. It says, "Then shalt thou understand that this is the very same time where the highest begin to visit the world in which He made." You see? So the Most High is visiting this place right now, because all of these things that are mentioned in the next scripture are taking place right now. It says, "Therefore, when thou have seen earthquakes," okay, we see earthquakes. They're everywhere. They're happening in places they never happened before. It says, "And uproars of the people in the world." You see uproars everywhere. Everywhere in the world. Now we getting ready for the biggest uproar, because of these quarantines gonna cause people to go crazy.
Yeah, a lot of you people are part of the uproar, man. You know what I'm saying? They already started looting. Like you had that dude, the actor that played Joanna Man. You know what I'm saying? Already looting and stealing food from the grocery store. And you know how what they call it, crisis manager. They're gonna spin it. Oh, it's probably a misunderstanding. He thought he paid for it. Nah, man, you broke, bro. You broke, and on social media push a lot of information too, like in these areas, these counties, these states, these laws are not going to be actively enforced. So you got people who prepare for the purge, man.
Continuing on, verse 4, it says, "Then thou shalt understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before, even from the beginning." And as I said, the Lord spoke of these things from the very beginning. He said these things were going to happen, and now they're coming to pass. You got that scripture that my word will not return to me, boy.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 55:11. "So shall my word be that goeth."
Start up with verse 2.
I started at verse 8. I'll start at verse 6. Isaiah 55:6. "Seek ye the Lord while He may be found. Call ye upon Him while He is near."
See, and we understand, and that's why in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, man, about remember the Lord in thy youth. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been, this grace period has really been an extensive period. Of course, certain judgments and things that we as a nation had to go through. You know what I'm saying? All the things over the years of America being, founded and discovered and, conquered and then built out to the empire that it's built out to today. That took a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? But this is the moment in which all those things, all those treacheries, all those things that, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai allowed our greatest enemy, Esau Edom, to do to us. This is the time of them reaping the judgment of all those things, them furthering the affliction, okay, of the chosen of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, which are the Israelites. Go ahead.
Verse 7. "Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and He will have mercy upon him and to our power, for He will abundantly pardon."
You can go to it.
All right, so you got to forsake the wicked way. That's why we're
You
still
got to speak up to.
Yeah,
it's hard to catch you.
That's why we're coming to you with these live streams, even though we're not on the highways and byways, to tell you to forsake the evil ways, because this scripture in Isaiah 48:22 says there's no peace to the wicked, man. And we know the wicked to be Esau, Edom, the chief wicked nation. And you got the heathen nations. And you got 2/3 of our people. But this message is for the Israelites, and we're preaching a message of repentance to our people.
What did it say about pardon? Was this a word pardon in that scripture?
It says, "For he will abundantly pardon."
Abundantly pardon, man. So and that's one thing too that a lot of our people don't understand is the fact and the rhyme and reason in which we went through all those things we went through. As far as those judgment, people get, our people, get bugged out. Like, well, we're those chosen people. Why did God allow all this to happen to us? And that's why when you see certain men bug out, you know what I'm saying, and they stand, push the gospel for a certain amount of time. The men, they get weak. They go back to something that's more comfortable to them, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I believe it was Prophet Ezekiel spoke about that, how it was in his mouth sweet, but in his belly it was bitter. Because you got to actually sit down and you have to spiritually digest the state of our people, man. And a part of our people is digesting the state of yourself. That you jacked up. That all these things happen to you, and then it goes into a whole myriad of things of understanding. Even going into reincarnation, in which you like, damn, those things that happened in America, I was here for that. Like, I was here for many times, reaping of that, man. And that's what through the Spirit is going to continue to amp us up, and to really, Yahweh Shai is going to pretty much have to just be mind controlled, man, because he's going to spiritually put the anger that he has towards these people who did this to us in us, and that's why it's going to be like we're going to be out here literally sparing none, man, through the Spirit. Go ahead.
Verse 8, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9, "For as the heaven..."
So with that, even with that, read it again. That can go right into what we were just talking about.
Isaiah 55:8, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord."
See, our thoughts are not his thoughts. And that go into another reason why, in which such a incredible amount of judgment is to come, to the entire world, is because there's a very leavened spirit of pride, man, in this world, and especially in America, because scriptures also speak to the United States having the United States, Edomites in the United States having a look more stout than their fellows. You know what I'm saying? That's all through what? That's through pride. So even with that, it's like that's what helps and enables you, you know what I'm saying, through the Spirit to kind of like actively fend off that prideful spirit, is understanding that our thoughts are not the thoughts of Yahweh Shai. So even if you can't fully understand exactly like why we went through things, and you know what I'm saying, what we actually went through, there's a lot of things that we went through that we don't even know about, man. You know what I'm saying, that either were or were not documented, or if it was documented, you know what I'm saying, it might have been experimental things, covered up and destroyed. There's a lot that goes into this, man. You know what I'm saying? But so that to say, that's a good way also of fighting up that spirit of pride, man, because you ain't leaning to your own understanding, trying to figure everything out. You're just understanding through the times and the seasons and the things that are going on connected to biblical prophecy, to understand the times that we're in. Okay, so Lord willing, you can just get it right and obtain a rod in the chariot, man. Go ahead.
All right, verse 9. "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours."
Facts. Most High is dropping knowledge on you. Go ahead.
"And my thoughts than your thoughts."
Right.
Verse 10, "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud." So
that's also a purpose. These things happen naturally, and the Most High is using things in nature that were created. Okay, He ordained Yahweh Shai and those first fruits to create. Okay, read that again from the top.
Isaiah 55:10. "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth in bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater."
So once again, it's going to a purpose. Okay, there's an action that Yahweh Shai has ordained. Certain things, certain judgments, certain us being brought to certain places. You know what I'm saying? There's a purpose. Okay, and then there's a result, and there's a result of that purpose. So it's like just establishing the fact and laying the groundwork that You know, our thoughts are not the thoughts of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Our ways are not the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because if they were, they would be perfect. But our imperfections is what actually causes, okay, or is a precursor to the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushai does to us in the spirit. Go ahead.
All right, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void.
And we're part of that mouth, man. Okay? We're part of that mouth that are bringing these words forth. And that's why, like the brother said, you just got brothers just constantly just dropping it, man. You know what I'm saying? So in that day, in which we know and we hope and pray is a day to come very, very quickly. When that day comes, you people, Jake, you ain't gonna have no excuse, bro. That excuse, if you ain't been listening and following and taking heed to the spirit, to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, his messages in the spirit, and how it's been trying to deal with you to allow you to come to that marriage, man, you gonna be SOL, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like the brother said, that's why we out here, we trying our best, man. We do, you know, we in the flesh too. We men, you know what I'm saying? We got things we got to take care of, you know what I'm saying? You know, but we understand that these things are, you know, also those are things that are common to men. But the thing about it is, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has chosen men, okay, to you know, bear that burden, bear that cross, and just through the servant not being greater than his master, that the crosses that those men will carry are going to be heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? And things have a breaking point. But the thing about it is, and that's why Scripture speaks about the righteous scarcely being saved. Because the thing about it is, even though it's a heavy burden, and even though, yeah, you know, you got to carry that thing, man. At the end of the day, before Yahweh Shem Yahushai allows his men to break, to crack, to give in to the beast and the New World Order system, he's going to send his only begotten son, Yahushai, okay, a so-called black man, a man of the tribe of Judah, okay, to save and redeem the elect, man. And we just in that fight, yo. There's more than that, or is it?
There's more.
Okay.
Read from the top again. So shall my word, Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void.
Void meaning empty, meaning that these things are happening, man. And that's why that's another reason in which, and that's how we know this is also not of man, man. That's another reason in which we can understand that there's so much content going out about what's going on, okay? Because these things are happening and they're all connected to biblical prophecy. So it's a time of activity on all sides. Everything's active, boom, 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 boom. And we hitting spring, and we just getting out of the month of March. Okay, in which we know that Esau Edom uses that month to create a lot of conflict and strife in the earth, man.
Yeah, a lot of March goes back to what? Mars, I believe.
Yeah.
That's the God of war.
God of war, man. All right, and we've been telling y'all, man. See, and these things that are happening, we believe through the spirit that this outbreak it has some connection. It has some type of militarized connection, meaning that it's been in the lab. You know, brothers always bringing out that I'm not sure the exact family that owns the patent to this. I can't remember, but that's one of them families.
The Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds own the patent to this, bro. There's no coincidence that the Rothschilds own the patent to this. This thing has gone around the earth, killing thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, on track to kill more people. Georgia Guidestones, we've been telling y'all this. I mean, if you can't see it by now, I would recommend doing a high level of research. Type in GMS Georgia Guidestones. Type in do some research, man. Do something other than the fucking latest hashtag challenge, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How long you simple ones who you love simplicity, man? How you gonna be simple and just lollygagging in a time of war? All these things are leading towards World War III. It's clear as day. Go ahead.
It says, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it.
It should accomplish and prosper. Meaning it's gonna bring. It's like if you putting seeds down in the earth. Let's say you're a farmer. You growing agriculture. You put seeds down in the earth. You prepare it, and you put some fertilizer on it. You put some super fertilizer on it, man. So everything it don't just grow. Your fruits or vegetables or your plants or whatever's being grown. It grow like crazy big, crazy juicy, crazy fast. You know what I'm saying? Like just perfection, man. That's the kind of fertilizer that's being applied to this world through the words of Yahweh Shai. It's being sent forth. It's going to do what he pleases, and it's going to prosper. It's going to come like heavy, man. And that's why we're in heavy times, man. That's why, brothers, to the best of our ability, man, we'll have to just continue to, as the scriptures saying, speak about girding up thy loins, okay, and preparing ourselves to be men and as manly as possible, man. Manly as possible, as much as you can on all facets, all sides. Because the thing about it, us being in this period of grace, you know, your weakness is going to more likely be what take you out. Because what? That pride comes to you being really, really good at something. Or you're just simple, you're proud for no reason. But you're really, really good at this, and you take pride in it. Okay, you gain a level of humility. Okay, and you don't let your strength deter or get you off track. You know what I'm saying? But what? You can't let your weaknesses be too weak. You gotta show yourself up on all sides. Because if you defeat that spirit of pride, which chops men off at the head, and you keep that in check, okay, then you also attack and strengthen your weaknesses, man, okay, so that your weaknesses don't become what takes you down and takes you out. Go ahead. Well, if that's it, whatever y'all got. Then you got anything?
You know, it's going back to what we were saying in that second Ezra, that he spoke of these things from the beginning. So we're seeing all of these prophecies that the Lord spoke about at the very beginning come to pass, and that's his word. Going back into that scripture. This is pretty much all I was told. This is Jeremiah 16:16. It says, "Behold, I will send forth many fishers, saith the Most High, and they shall fish them. After I shall send forth many hunters, and they shall hunt them every mountain, every hill, and on every hole of the rocks." So basically, right now we're in fishing mode, and we're still fishing, like the brother was just saying. We're doing everything that we can to try to get the elect and the 1/3 to get this, while the windows of mercy are still open, man. While the doors of mercy are still open, man. So, you know, and then after that, hey, man, it's war. It's war. It's time for war, man. You know, but that's all I had.
Right, big bro.
Yeah, well, speaking of, we're trying to gather the elect. This is Isaiah 51:11. Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord shall return and come singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall attain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. And that's what we're striving for by pushing out this word. We're looking for that reward, man, because there will be no more sorrow and mourning, and that's what's happening. Because, like back what the brother was saying, you know, our people can't understand why the Most High is doing this, but he did give us these laws, statutes, commandments. He basically decked us out, you know. And now that we started worshiping other gods, he started taking stuff away from us. It started getting progressively worse. You understand that if you have a son and you give him a PS4 and he doesn't make the good grades and doesn't clean his room up, you're going to take that away from him. You're going to take more things away from him. You're going to put him on punishment. You're going to put him on timeout. But you're not going to forget him. And that's what the Lord is doing with us. He's not forgetting a remnant that's going to return unto him. So these are the things that we're pushing out, because we want to have everlasting joy, like the scriptures say. An everlasting joy, like when you be with the brothers, it's an everlasting joy feeling. We want that on earth, for the whole earth, you know, and then this place to be destroyed, because this place symbolizes oppression and captivity for our people. So this is one of the rewards of pushing the word. Our people, y'all come with the same old message. Well, the reward is right here in various other scriptures, man. The reward is just jumping out the pages, just like the prophecy is jumping out the pages.
Covers anything. Somebody get Hebrews 8:3.
It's Hebrews 8:3. And it says, "For every high priest is ordained to office gifts and sacrifices. Wherefore it is of necessity that this man have someone also to offer."
So, who's the highest priest? Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai offered so much to our nation to give us this opportunity in which we're speaking of right now, that he came in the flesh, lived the perfect life while on this earth in order to become that perfect sacrifice, in which that's what he offered. He didn't offer what we're doing right now, in which, you know, we're it's like us, a part of our offering and part of our sacrifice is simply doing this work, man, in which it's not a grievous thing. But the thing about it is, it's all connected, man. You know, us, Lord willing, being the servants, and the Lord willing, the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the spirit of prophecy resting and residing on us to do this work. Us putting our hands to the plow and becoming fellow yokesmen together in this body, okay? We all came to, you know, the camps of Great Millstone. You know, we all came to the altar presented at the camps, in which who's to say that, you know, we haven't already done our last you know, street teaching in the manner in which we've done it. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that part of the script or of the game or blueprint is changed on us, man? We don't know, okay? But what are we doing? We're doing our best to bring our sacrifices to the throne, to the feet of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and hoping that with that, it's enough, man. You know, that we can do what we signed up to do, which is to receive that penny, man. And everything that comes with that penny. That penny also being what? Connected to your crown. That penny being connected to the things that can't be compared to the sufferings that we go through. Your allotment and being a joint heir, not only in the nation of Israel, but being a joint heir to Yahweh Shai, man. A joint heir. Because of the offerings and sacrifices that you brought to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in this moment in time, man. Heavy stuff, man. Heavy stuff that we're involved with. But what lightens the load is the fullness of it, man. The fellowship. You know, the work is a major part of it, but the fellowship is such a major component of the doctrine, man. It's like that fellowship coming into the situation, it's like, whoo, man. You know, just like positive energy growth that you can receive through the spirit, man. Or the intimate time, taking that time to read. You know what I'm saying? Or review certain things in which you were sharp on at one point, but like you gotta sharpen back up on it. That iron sharpeneth iron. That's all part of our offerings and our sacrifices that we're giving to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's all I had.
Yeah, you know, and you know, I just want to land back on the brother's point before we close out. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, he already did all the work for us, man. He already laid down the foundation. So that's all we got to do is continue on, man. Continue on doing the work, man. You know, and to the very end. And we're at the end. You know, the Most High is visiting this place. He is. So that's all you got to do is hold on. You know, as we said in our live stream today, don't let nobody take your crown. It says take, which means that if you are the elect, you already have it. You know what I'm saying? You already have it. So, you know, that's all we got to do is continue on strong in the faith. Look to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, especially in these times, man. The times that we're going into, you really got to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
It's like the times that we're in. That's what I'm saying. Like, this thing is hitting, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what's going to... Yo, 2020 is the year of prophecy.
You know what? I just got a quick bring up.
2020 is the year of prophecy, man. I in my time in the truth, have never experienced so much prophecy just jumping off the page, like in your face, as I'm seeing right now. Like, you know, and the thing about it is, I've heard men say it in particular times, but it rings so true. And that's why we really, I believe through the Spirit, need to be cognizant of how we're framing this, man, because, bro, is this exit right here?
No, next exit.
Next one.
Yeah.
Because one thing right now could catch you out there, man. You could be done, man. And you would hate to make the wrong mistake and something quick happen, you get caught, and you lose it right now, because it may be salvation can come very quickly, man, quicker than when we first believed. That's part of prophecy. At some point, it's gonna click, in which prophecy is gonna come faster than you think it's gonna come, man. At some point, it's gonna happen like that. So it's like, I know sometimes we say like, get prepared, because the things that are to come, bro. You got certain cities that are under martial law. I mean, we're under martial law. Curfew, that's a form of martial law, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how quickly this thing can come. That's why it's like, yo, now it's time to just be on point, as best you can. That's all I want to say.
Grab, where the scripture says in Revelation 13th chapter, where it says, behold, I come quickly, my reward is with me.
That's
You can turn it off. I got it. I just had to look at it. I don't want to get caught up.
Basically, you know, just to roughly paraphrase the scripture, I can't even see back here.
Yeah, it's dark.
I can't.
You know, the scripture says, behold, I come quickly and my reward is with me. So, like the brother was just saying, these things are popping off, but they're popping off quick, you know. So, and when the Lord comes, his reward is going to be with him. So, and that's pretty much all I had too, man. Is, you know, this is a time where you got to stay prayed up. You got to keep your faith, and your faith got to be strengthened in the times that we're in right now. So that's about all I got.
Close up.
All right, so you got anything in there?
No.
All right, so with that, I want to hit it off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Makakwadash.
double honors to the elders, the apostles, great millstone, who will teach you other pieces, saints, and another persuade truth and sincerity. We pray that your brothers is edified, so the next time I come, Shalom.
Shalom.